Hello, hello, hello. We are live. So yesterday, where are we all yesterday? Yesterday I left off because I wanted to finish the basement of my storage facility, and in order to do that, I needed to get more resin. So I built a little kind of makeshift resin farm thing down below my base, and I had to do some exploring to find waystones and yada 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 yada. Um, I did end up using one of the waystones. I said before I got off that I was going to get something to eat and that I would do some research and find a better farm. I did, in fact, find a better farm, so I built that yesterday off camera. And I went through it on two different nights, and I also started building a little workshop area next to my house, which is this. This is the workshop area. Obviously, I haven't got the roof or anything on it. Essentially, the whole workshop area is to have uh, a little bit of storage, let the lag do the thing while it renders in the world. But a little bit of storage. Eventually, I'll get work tables in here and all that good stuff, and then the auto. Nothing fancy, but I still got to put a roof on it, and then yeah. Right now, I'm smelting up some of the resin that I got from the farm yesterday, and I will go to the farm and show you what I did here. So it took a little bit of work. I had to go. Where am I at here? Down right here, this pale oak forest. If you look at it, you notice that all the trees are gone here. I went and mowed down half of this forest looking for more creaking hearts. So I got 5 creaking hearts so that I can make the farm better. And then I'll show you the actual farm here in just a second. I also rearranged my waystones in here so that, it's right here instead of having to go all the way through here to get to it. Why is that one still there? That should be gone. Hold shift and click. Okay. Anyway, resident. So this is the new room. So I don't think those are supposed to be up there, but it's fine. So essentially what this is you got these little posts here. There's 5 of them, one in each corner, one in the middle. Let me go into free cam here. So the creaking can only spawn here because everything else is covered with carpets. So I sit here, they get attracted to me, I turn around, they fall into this hole. I go down to that hole and just sit there and hit them. So it'll spawn 5 creaking at a time, which makes it pretty efficient, honestly. So the way this works is this sticky piston here. Um, this observer will watch this spot on the log, and when resin goes there, it'll send a pulse out, which will shoot the sticky piston down and then back up, removing the log and moving all the resin from around it, and then it'll put it back down. So it's really quick, just pew, 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 pew. And then I don't really know what the point of the slabs are, honestly. I just know that in the tutorial it showed to do the slabs, so I did the slabs. I'm not gonna argue with success. But it works great. I have 8 stacks. Wait, no. I have 16 stacks currently in my auto smelters, and I have this much left. So, I mean, it works fantastically. And that's from, I think, 2 or 3 nights of just sitting here whacking them with a sword. And then I built this little platform here just so I could have the waystone up to it. The one that said temp was down there, I think. I don't know why it was still showing because I did set it up like right there, I think. Just so, because I flew over here from like way over there. It's in the middle of the ocean. It said in tutorial either build it up in the air or in the middle of the ocean. I decided to do both. And yeah, that's pretty much all I did. So the resin farm workshop area here. Now the workshop, I still need to put a roof on it, obviously, and then do the outside walls. I just did the inside walls so far. I think what I'm going to do is actually do the entire inside, so I'll put the roof in here and all that good stuff first, and then, do what I got to do with the outside. So that being said, I need lots of spruce stairs, which also coincidentally, Uh, the other mod that I did yesterday was the woodcutter. I finally built one of those right here. This thing is fantastic. So I didn't actually experiment with it until yesterday. So you can put one log in there, you can craft all kinds of stuff. So some of this stuff is limited. So like if I put one plank in there, right? Like I can't craft a barrel or chest or this bookshelf or a boat or doors, but I can craft just about everything else. Um, but if you put a whole log in there, then yeah, you can craft everything. So the nice thing about this is the fact that stairs are 1 for 1. So one log will get me 4 stairs because one log turns into 4 planks into 4 stairs. That was the main intention with this. All this other stuff, I didn't know all this other stuff was in here. I just wanted, for the stairs. So I'm going to turn this whole stack into stairs. It wasn't a full stack. It was only, what, 15, I think? I don't know. I literally just looked at it and already forgot. Let's go ahead and get the other spruce wood out too. Probably use some scaffolding. I can move those for the time being. I'll put... Oh, other good news. I don't know if you can hear it. Yeah, you could probably hear it in the stream. My new keycaps came in yesterday, so I fully redid my keyboard. So I have the new keycaps, the new key switches. So my keyboard is working like brand new now, and it's amazing. I love it. So the key switches that I went with are the I think it's pronounced Kali or something like that. The Kali navy blues. So they're clicky switches. I have a thing for clicky switches. I love clicky switches. So I went with those, and then I got the keycaps. They got God, I'm stuttering. They got lightning on them, um, which they look cool. Don't get me wrong, but the one problem is I have a hard time seeing the letters on the keys, which I know where each letter on the key is. I could type without looking, all that good stuff. I'm registered computer or licensed computer technician, all that good stuff. But I do type faster when I'm looking at the keyboard, and now it doesn't help because I can't hardly see the letters, so it messes with me a little bit. Oh, give me a second. Someone's at the door. Alright, that was weird. Had some people trying to recruit me to a church. I told them, I was like, you're barking up the wrong tree. They're just like, no worries. I was like, y'all have a good one. That was definitely not on my list of things I thought was going to happen today. I know later on I got to go to grocery store, so I'll be taking the bike up to the grocery store, which is fun. And it's finally warming up down here now. I live in Central Florida, if anybody was wondering. But the past week it has been super duper cold. Like it is like in terms of Florida weather, it's been like, low 50s, high 40s. At nights, it's been in the 30s. And I know people up north are like, oh, that's not cold. I'm from Maryland. So I've dealt with, single digit temperatures and stuff like that. I know what real cold is, so even the 50s and stuff wasn't super duper cold, but it's too cold to go for a motorcycle ride. So I have a little enduro bike, a 650 Kawasaki Enduro, uh, that it's a blast to go riding. But the past week it has been way too cold to actually go riding. So now that it's nice out, I'm definitely going to take advantage. I'm taking that thing to the grocery store later on. And if anybody's wondering how I haul groceries on it, I carry a backpack with me everywhere I go. So all right, it's coming along. I'm definitely going to need to go make some more stairs. I may even go ahead and go get a stone cutter and wood cutter and stuff and bring it in here, just so that I can do all that stuff from in here instead of having to run all the way into the house every time. Yeah, because now I'm out. So let me go get, what is stone cutter is iron and 3 stone, right? And then the wood cutter is iron, ingot, and 3 logs. So I'll grab 2 iron ingots. I already forgot what I was doing. Right, stone. That's how bad my memory is, if anybody's wondering. It's starting to get dark out, so I might go ahead and run up to the resin farm. I'll grab that, and put these in here. Grab that. Hopefully the clicking from the keyboard isn't like too loud where it irritates anybody. I love the clicks, but I know some people probably get annoyed by that. Let's go to the resin farm. This is what I do. I basically sit here and wait for the creakings to spawn. Once they spawn, I can sit here like this, and I'll hear them spawn. But they could see me underneath this little gap here, so once they see me, they'll kind of fall in. I had to put this border the whole way around, because when I first did it, I literally just did this bit here. But then I noticed that like 3 of them ran in there, and I'm like, well, that doesn't accomplish anything. There they are. There's 2 of them in there. And just every 5 seconds or so, you give them a swipe with the sword. I hear more spawning. Of course, that one's going to do... Oh, no, he went down. Okay, good. And then... Here we go. And now just every 5 seconds, I sit here and swipe at them. Every 5 seconds or when you see the particles stop. That's what I'm going off of. When I see the particles stop, I, swing the sword. See how much resin we get tonight. They are rather loud, aren't they? I wonder if this design also works on Bedrock. Because if I ever go back on my Xbox and play my Bedrock world, I'll have to build this design too. Because this is very efficient. I mean, I get massive amounts of resin doing this. Now, the big difference between, like, the way I was doing it with the dog and all that good stuff, that's how I do it on the Bedrock world. The difference between this version and that version is the dogs will constantly attack them. They won't just run off or anything else like that. You know, in this version, the dogs will attack for a little while, and then they're just like, okay, well, I don't know. They stop after a minute, which is weird to me. I got the feeling that some of the resin is actually going off of the platform and falling to the ocean below me. I might need to do something about that. Don't really know what I could do about that. Maybe build an extra little platform around the platform out there and put more waterways in it. I'd have to surround it with signs or something maybe. I don't know. The things I do for the blocks I want to use in my builds. The thing is, like the 16 stacks that I put into my auto smelter, them 16 stacks are going to turn into 8 stacks. That's it. Or, I don't know, that night, I think they turn into 4 stacks. Because it takes 4 bricks to make 1 brick block. So yeah, 4 stacks will make 1 stack. So yeah, my 16 stacks are going to turn into 4 stacks. Could be sitting here for 10 minutes just whacking these guys. This is the only thing that I can think about that would make this inefficient on Bedrock, is the fact that you don't have sweeping edge on Bedrock. So I wouldn't be able to hit all 5 of these guys at once like this. So on the Bedrock version, it might still be better to have maybe bring like 5 dogs in here. Maybe they'll all attack. I'm not sure. There's probably some workaround to it. Chances are I'm probably not going back to Bedrock anytime soon. Although I would like to see, I do have Bedrock, you know, the Windows edition or whatever on my PC. I would like to load it up and see if I can get my Bedrock world on the Xbox to transfer it to the PC. Because that would be a good world to show off on stream. Because I've done a lot of stuff in that world. Like any other time, like before I got the PC, like I'd have friends come over when I first showed my girlfriend and everything. Everybody's just like, whoa, you built all this? And it's like not even just the builds that I did in the world. Like like I told my girlfriend, I was like, when you look at this world, like none of this land looked like that when I first started at that base. I redid all the land in the base, and like every hill is custom made. I've done custom waterways. I have a ship that I built. There's a little I don't know what you would call it, but like a medieval thing. So like the ship is parked at a boat dock, and then there's like an inn and restaurant and stuff like that outside of it. Most of them are empty interiors, but... And then I built what I call the villager pyramid. It's literally a massive pyramid that has 3 individual floors in it dedicated to specific villagers. So the bottom floor has like tree. It's like a indoor. It's like outside but inside, if that makes sense. but it's got farmers and fletchers in it. And then the second floor is cartographers and librarians, and then the top floor I call the VIP floor. It's where I have, some special villagers with special trades like mending and stuff like that. And then, I literally never use it because I have probably, let me think here, like 4, 5, 6, 7 different iron farm trading hall things. So iron farms work different on Bedrock. Iron farms on this one work off of a fear mechanic with villagers. So the villagers get scared by a zombie, they create a golem. So you can create an iron farm with literally 3 villagers. Iron farms in Bedrock work off of village size. So every 10 villagers, they spawn an iron golem. So I have one iron farm where I can't trade with them, but there's, I think, 20 villagers in it, so they spawn 2 golems at a time. That one's at one of my old bases. And then my current base, there's actually 2 iron farms there. One has 31 villagers in it, so they spawn 3 golems at a time. And then the other one is massive. It has 84 villagers in it, so they spawn 8 iron golems at a time in it. And then at the other base that I built, like I think I mentioned in stream yesterday that my current base is 16,000 blocks south, and then I've started a new base that was 16,000 blocks north. At that base, I built an iron farm. It's literally 4 iron farms in one. So it's the one with 31 villagers. There's 4 of those in a square. So all 4 of those will spawn 3 golems at a time. So I could spawn 12 golems at any given moment, and then all of them filter down into one singular collection system. It's massive. It's like my storage facility. The storage facility that I built in this world is inspired by the storage facility I built in my main base on my Bedrock world. Well, when I started that new base at 16,000 north, I built another storage facility, but it was designed to be bigger and better than that one. So it's like you can fit 4 of my storage facility within that storage facility. And see, this is the problem, is sometimes the resin kind of lands on the side here like this. It's not that big a deal though. Ooh, God, I don't know why I was scared there for a second. Like, I'm literally above the ocean, one, and I have the elytra. There's literally no risk. Oh yeah, look at that. If you remember, I had just what over here, I think, was what was in this, and now I'm full up to there. That's a lot of resin. This farm makes me very happy. So if anybody needs a resin farm, that's the one to build. Anyway, back to our previously scheduled broadcasting. I'm actually going to move the scaffolding out here, just because this is going to end up getting blocked here in a second. Just put that there for the time being, and then I'll go to the old woodcutter here and get some stairs. What? Oh. That genuinely confused me there for a second. I was like, huh? I didn't think I would make that. Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. There we go. Give me this one back. Eh, eh, eh. The Swift Sneak is a game changer too. Now I can make that jump. And then I just need, so it turns out I didn't need anywhere near that many stairs. And then we'll place that there. Alright, and then I need these, so I can do that. And then put these here. Go do the same on the other side. And that there. And then I need some more of the black connected stained glass. So it's 1, 2, 2, 4, 6, 8 plus 1, 2, 3, 4. So 8 plus 8, 16. Wrong side. There we go. 16 connected. Oh, that's gray. I don't want that. There we go. Black. Ah, crap. Connected black stained glass. There we go. And we'll bam, bam. Bam, bam. Bam, bam. Bam, bam. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. And there we go. Now the inside. Yeah, I guess I should have thought about that before climbing up here. I'm thinking I could probably just do that, and then I'll go get some stairs. 1, 2, 3, 4. This should do it. There we go. And there we go. Now let's go look at it. Yeah, there we go. Now we're good to go. So the inside is essentially completely done. I'll come back through and I'll put a couple lanterns in here to make it look good and all that good stuff. But for the most part, the inside is done. Now I just got to do the outside, which is the fun part. Yay. Let's see here. What do I want to do out here? I'm thinking, uh, hmm. I do know I want this to be the outside wall. So what if I did this ground needs to go back a little bit. Get rid of that, get rid of that. Yeah, well. I didn't really need to get rid of the grass, but I already did, so be it. What if I did put that there just to add that little border, and then over on this side, always border it like that, and then I can put a block here to kind of separate that, so something like this. So that's all separated like that. And then this part here, I'm thinking I kind of want to keep this little bit how it's bumped out like this, and try to like round out the sides, if that makes any sense. Let's do the same thing over here real quick. Like that. And we'll go do this side. And this side. So I guess I'll go ahead and fill in these corner blocks. I might as well fill it in, make it solid. Don't want to leave any like dark spots anywhere for mobs to spawn. Be in here working, hear skeletons clanking, and drive me insane. As for right here, maybe we fill this in. I want to do single layer for now, just so I know what I'm doing. We put that there, and then we can have this come out like so. We'll put that there. I'm gonna need more oak. Oop. It might be time to go back to the resin farm. Ooh, I'm running low on oak. Yeah, let's go back to the resin farm. And now we play the waiting game. The cool part is you could tell when it's active because the creaking hearts here will light up. I was expecting them to be active. There it goes. Hello, Mr. Creaking. Hello, other Mr. Hello. Good lord. Alright. Get in the hole. That's fun. I'll work with what I got down here. Are y'all really not gonna fall down in here? One did. Either way, even with just 3 creakings in here, this will be super efficient. Oh, there's the other guy. And then tomorrow night I will sleep because that would be night 3 that I'll be up. So I'm pretty sure phantoms will start spawning. Is it phantoms spawn on night 3 or they spawn after night 3? I don't remember. Oh, let me pause this real quick and reply to my girlfriend. While you're down there, there's no detergent. You can bring me a couple pods, a hair clip, sooty, and a monster will live. Yeah. Sure can, man. Sure can. Sure cab. Again, the keyboard. Okay, back to the game. So this stream might be a shorter one. I do got some stuff I gotta do today, so I'm probably gonna just finish up the build that I'm working on. I'll get some resin, and then that'll probably call it for the stream. I gotta run to the preschool. My girlfriend's a preschool teacher, so I'll have to run to the preschool and bring her some stuff. It's laundry day over there. She doesn't have any detergent, so I need to bring her some pods. And then she wants a soda. She needs a hair clip and some kisses. So I'll be riding over there. Eventually, I plan on actually getting. Right now, I go to the daycare and I help out with some stuff and everything, but I'm not like on the roster. The plan is I want to go get my fingerprints done so that, you know, her boss will actually, I guess she signs me up as a volunteer or something like that. So then, yeah, you know, I don't have a criminal history or anything else like that, so I'll pass a background check. I mean, I had to pass a background check just to get into this apartment. I had to pass a level 2 FBI background check for my job. I'm a locksmith, independent contractor. I only work when essentially they have work to be done, and they haven't called me in a while, but. I'm just sitting here smacking these guys with a sword. This is the only bad thing about gathering resin is it's a tedious process. wonder how much resin is actually dropped below the farm. I can actually look. I can go on the map like this and all them red dots is resin. I wonder how many of them are under the farm, how many are just in the waterway here. Some you can see some of them are on the side. Either way, no biggie. Even if it drops below, I get plenty of resin out of this to where it doesn't really make a big deal. I mean, I'm sure if I sit out here, you know, tonight and maybe one more night, I'll probably fill that double chest with resin. I think I see the sun starting to come up. Yeah, got one smack in before they died. Alright, let's see how much we got around the edge here. See what we got. Ooh. Oh yeah, one more night and this thing is going to be full. Matter of fact, I might want to take some with me. Uh, did I just put that right back in the chest? Wow. Nope, nope, almost did it again. There we go. Now that chest is empty. And we'll go home. I'm assuming these finished. Yeah. All them resin bricks. But again, pro 6. Oh, so I only did 12. I thought I did 16. So 6 is going to turn into, what, 3? No, not even 3. like a stack and a half. So, crap, my inventory is pretty much full. Let me go put some stuff away. Okay, that didn't work like it was supposed to. I'll put these slabs away because I don't think I need any of those. I will eventually need these, but I'll put them away for the time. Matter of fact, just put everything away. Dirt and grass. Grass. The cobbled, that's cobblestone. I want cobbled deep slate and the deep slate bricks. And oak. And then these are supposed to be in here. So I'll do that. I'll start off by putting 4 stacks in here. Let's put 4 stacks in here. I'll put 4 more in here. Put 4 more here. That would leave me with enough to put 4 more over here. And then 4 more over here. I like to do them evenly so that it burns the charcoal and stuff evenly. And then we'll put 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then 1 more stack on each side. And that little stack of 47 can go in the chest. That'll get me a bunch of resin bricks. And I thought apparently not. Let me go do this. I'll put 4 like that. And then the smelters I have inside the house here, I'll go ahead and put those 4 into those. It's a lot of meat. Just make sure that those all burn the coal evenly, because I do the same thing with those. That's the OCD in me. It won't allow me to have them uneven. Close to 12. I'll be outside of least neighborhood again, so I'm taking one. I'm gonna put all this meat in this chest, or shulker rather, and then we'll set the resin up right there. What time is it currently? 11. I can do that. I can do. No. Alright, and now I'll grab. Did I already figure out the shape of what I was doing over here? Is this for sure how I want to do it? Yeah, I think this will be cool. Let's do this. So, I need oak wood, the deep slate bricks, and spruce. Ah. So, oak planks, spruce logs, and I'll put these up here for the time being so I can grab some deep slate bricks. also want to make sure I fill in all these little gaps. Got you. Roll out. That's a cow. What? Oh, I didn't do the whole thing over here. So let's do this over here then. Like so. And then I just fill it in. Of course it starts raining. Oh, it's a thunderstorm, so yeah, well hell, now I don't technically need to sleep tonight. So technically tonight I can run back to the resin farm. But I'm probably going to call it quits here in a minute. It is currently like 11:07 or something like that. I'm going to head to the preschool around 12 o'clock. That way she'll be on break around that time, and then, yeah. Well, not really break, but she'll be outside with the kids. So then I can just kind of drop that stuff off. And then bam, 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 bam. I've been watching a guy on YouTube called Civil Engineer, and really cool dude to watch. He plays like all kinds of random games and stuff. But one thing that he says constantly, and it makes me laugh, is whenever, like how I constantly go bam, bam, bam when I'm doing something, he says boosh, which I think is hilarious. I wonder if that's like an English thing, because he's obviously from somewhere in Europe. I don't know where, but he's English for sure. Uh, I wonder if English people say boosh. I know rednecks say it, but that's when they're talking about bush. My stepdad, he does that. He says boosh, and like if he's talking about dishes, he says dishes or the winder. I used to always make fun of him and say, "Hey, you guys stare out the window at the bushes while you wash the dishes." I give him so much crap, but he's a good guy. He's always been that, you know. Growing up, my dad wasn't really in my life as much. He was there, don't get me wrong, but it was more of like, you know, he's got to fend for himself and everything, and I understand, especially considering I'm going through the same thing now. But you know, he either lived in Maryland or Pennsylvania at one point, and then he lived in Florida, and I grew up in West Virginia. Uh, so he wasn't exactly there all the time. We talked on the phone for at least once a week. We would talk on the phone together, or sometimes twice a week, whatever. You know, we would chat all the time. And then as I got older, me and him just got closer. So it was more of like now I can travel to him kind of thing. I don't know. Some of it probably doesn't make sense to some people, but while Dad wasn't there, Jerry was my stepdad. always been a good guy. Well, I can't even say he's my stepdad anymore because him and my mom split up. But I still talk to him. You know, yeah, I never lost respect for the man. He's a good man. He's slow. Good Lord, is he slow? But he's a good man. I gotta figure out exactly how this is going to be designed. I could do slabs and then the 45. So you get kind of that. I don't know how to explain it. It's not quite a gable, but it's like a gable here, and then it'll slowly go out, kind of like a barn almost. I might do that. Let me. Oh, you know what? I built the walls out of deep slate, and I usually use the deep slate as the border of the roof. So I'm not going to be able to do that with this one. Maybe I'll build it out of tuff. Because I used tuff on the storage facility there, and it looks pretty good. Or I could do the polished andesite. But does polished andesite have slabs? I know they don't have walls because that's why I used the regular andesite walls. But I can't remember if it has slabs or not. Might be a project for... Oh my god, trespassers. Why are you on my property? Yeah, you see this thing? You want some? Let's go. Come at me, bro. You don't want to... Oh, there's that one? Oh, there's two more. You don't want none of this? Yeah. Don't want your crossbows. Junk. I ain't seen them in a while. There for a little while. It was like every other day they were in, you know, somewhere. Like I'd be walking around and sure enough there they are. But yeah, it's been a little, yeah, it's been a minute since I've seen them. Let's go put all my wood away. Actually, I'm gonna put this wood in here for the time being. All that stuff in there, and I'm gonna collect the sugar cane here. I need to start working on the villager stuff some more so I can get, you know, my farmer villagers and the Fletchers and all that good stuff. They're good for experience. That's primarily what I use the villagers for. Like I know Luke the Notable, he does it for purely the emeralds. He built his entire base out of emeralds. But I'm not as much into emeralds as him. So I do it for the experience. That's why I like my trading hall iron farm thing that I got on Bedrock. I just have all the villagers in there. I trade for them. Like if I need to repair my tools, I run over there instead of having to go to the mob farm, like the skeleton farm down below or anything. Or now that I got access to the end, I could build a Enderman farm. Oh, can I put a waystone in the end and like go back and forth between them like that? Or do I have to go to the end portal and then through and then all that good stuff? Because they have the Ender Waystone. Where's it at? Yeah, they have an Ender Waystone. So I wonder if I can put one of those in the end. I might have to look into that because that would be really convenient. What are we looking at like for resin right now? We got a bunch. A bunch. Oh yeah, that's good stuff. That's what I like to see. But again, the bad thing is all these is going to turn into like a quarter of what they actually have. So if I had these 8 stacks right here, are going to turn into 2 rather. But it is what it is. But this thing will come in handy for many things. The amount of times I use auto smelters, you know, I have the one chest in the storage facility that's just filled with. Do I have an arrow in my head? It must have literally just went away. I saw that thing in the shadow. Did you see that in the shadow? You had to have seen that in the shadow. But I have this chest here is just filled with ores, and whenever this eventually gets full, I'll go through and like mine them all. Why is this here? This should be. Oh, I don't have a spot for iron. How do I not have a spot for iron? Okay, well you're gonna do that. Um, I try to keep them in rows so that I know what's what. The only things I don't have to smell obviously is coal, deep slate, or sorry, diamond, redstone, quartz. Uh, Sometimes I do smelt quartz because I turn it into smooth quartz whenever I decide to build with it. But I don't really build with quartz all that often. So, but that being said, I think that'll be it for the stream. I gotta get ready and go get stuff done because I gotta run to the preschool and then I gotta go to the grocery store and all that good stuff. So, yeah, we'll call that it for the stream today. And hopefully things I got done is entertaining. I know I'm not the most entertaining person to watch, but if you do find me somewhat entertaining, let me know in the comments or something.